Tensions flared not just in the Middle East, but also across the Atlantic. US President Donald Trump sharply criticized French President Emmanuel Macron for falsely claiming that Washington was pursuing a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Trump dismissed the statement, calling Macron publicity-seeking, and flatly denying that his early departure from the G7 summit in Canada had anything to do with Middle East negotiations. Posting on his Truth Social platform, Trump wrote, "Publicity-seeking President Emmanuel Macron, of France, mistakenly said that I left the G7 summit, in Canada, to go back to DC to work on a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. He has no idea why I am now on my way to Washington, but it certainly has nothing to do with a ceasefire. Much bigger than that. Whether purposely or not, Emmanuel always gets it wrong." The comments came after Macron, speaking to reporters at the summit, suggested the US was engaging in efforts to de-escalate the worsening Israel-Iran conflict. Addressing reporters in Canada, the French president said,
Écoutez, il y a deux choses. La première, le président s'est exprimé il y a quelques minutes pour dire qu'il y avait des discussions qui étaient en cours, ce qui est une bonne chose. Et donc si les États-Unis d'Amérique peuvent obtenir un cessez-le-feu, c'est une très bonne chose. Et la France le soutiendra et nous le souhaitons. Ensuite, je dis, il est absolument essentiel que toutes les frappes de part et d'autre qui se font contre des infrastructures énergétiques, administratives, culturelles et encore plus contre la population civile cessent. Rien ne les justifie, rien. Et elles sont, elles, absolument intolérables. Et ensuite, dès que le cessez-le-feu sera obtenu, et je pense que les annonces qui ont été faites par le président Trump sont tout à fait positives et le rôle que les États-Unis d'Amérique auront à jouer est clé, les Français, à leur côté, les Britanniques et les Allemands sont disponibles pour reprendre des discussions sérieuses. Discussions que nous n'avons jamais cessées.
He emphasized the need for broader dialogue as tensions between Iran and Israel continue to rise.
Écoutez, c'est ce que Écoutez, il y a une offre qui a été faite, en effet, de rencontres et d'échanges. Il y a une offre qui a été faite surtout d'avoir un cessez-le-feu et d'enclencher justement des discussions plus larges. Et je pense que c'est une très bonne chose. Donc il faut maintenant voir ce que les parties prenantes suivront.
Trump abruptly left the G7 summit on Tuesday, fueling speculation about potential US involvement in back-channel diplomacy. While he denied Macron's ceasefire claims, Trump did not rule out a more direct American role.
I've spoken to everybody.
What will you say?
Israel is doing very well, as you probably noticed, and I gave Iran 60 days, and they said no, and the 61st you saw what happened. Day 61, so I'm in constant touch, and as I've been saying, I think a deal will be signed, or something will happen, but a deal will be signed. And I think Iran is foolish not to sign one. No, look, Iran should have signed the deal.
If it would help bring Iran to the negotiating table, would you guarantee that the U.S. would not get involved militarily?
Well, I think Iran basically is at the negotiating table. They want to make a deal. And as soon as I leave here, we're going to be doing something. But I have to leave here. I have, this commitment. I have a lot of commitments. I have a commitment to a lot of countries, including the UK, where we just signed our deal. I want to see no nuclear weapon in Iran. And we're well on our way to making sure that happens.
The Israel-Iran conflict has dominated global headlines after Israel launched precision strikes on Iran's nuclear and military infrastructure, killing top commanders and scientists. Iran responded with missile and drone attacks, escalating fears of a regional war. While most G7 leaders, including those from Britain, Germany, and Canada, have expressed support for Israel's right to self-defense, they've also called for restraint and the protection of civilians. Diplomatic sources said Canada and Europe hoped for a joint G7 statement, but Trump reportedly refused to commit the US to any collective stance.